Welcome back, fearless viewer. Today, we're diving headfirst into the mysterious world of vampire bats. Vampire bats, as their name suggests, are leaf-nosed bats that consume blood for food. In Central and South America, you will find these bats in caves, abandoned buildings, and trees. Three of the bat species that are solely dependent on blood as a source of nutrition are the common vampire bat, the white-winged vampire bat, and the hairy-legged vampire bat. These bats are the only mammals that drink blood to survive. Don't worry, we've got garlic necklaces and wooden stakes at the ready, just in case. So, grab your holy water and prepare to be amazed by these 10 mind-boggling facts about vampire bats and make you feel a chill run down your spine. Vampire bats do not suck blood. Contrary to popular belief, vampire bats are not blood-sucking fiends. They're actually the nicest of the bat bunch. Yes, friends. In contrast to vampires of myth, vampire bats do not drain their victims of blood. In reality, these small creatures use their sharp teeth to make a small cut and let the blood begin to lightly pool up. Afterward, they will then begin to lap it up using their tongue. When it comes to ingesting the blood of their prey, vampire bats are incredibly graceful. The vampire bats make the experience quite painless. When a vampire bat consumes its prey's blood while sleeping, it usually won't even wake up. Vampire bats can even consume blood for up to 30 minutes. These bats lap up the flowing blood like it's a refreshing strawberry milkshake. No straw required. Vampire bat's feet contains Draculin. Move over, Dracula. Vampire bats have their own special trick up their sleeves, wings. A vampire bat's saliva contains Draculin, a type of protein, which acts as an anticoagulant and prevents the blood from their prey from clotting. It keeps the blood to continue flowing into the wound they inflict, freely while they enjoy their feast. It's like a bat-approved medical injection. A fascinating vampire bat fact about this protein is that it is named after Count Dracula. Vampire bats use echolocation. When it comes to finding their next victim, vampire bats use a variety of their senses to locate their prey, from using their smell, sounds, and echolocation to come across their next meal. Vampire bats use echolocation by emitting a lot of high-pitched sounds. In this way, the sound echo can be used to determine the location and distance. The vampire bat has infrared receptors in its nose as well. Using this technique, they are able to detect heat and observe where the blood vessels are on their prey. Together, these 5 senses assist the vampire bat in deciding when and how to eat. They are masters of echolocation. So, no hiding from these winged hunters. Vampire bats can drink human blood. Hold on to your garlic cloves, friends. Vampire bats aren't picky eaters. They have been known to have a taste for human blood. Don't worry too much, though. They're usually more interested in livestock. There is a wide variety of prey vampire bats consume. Most commonly, they'll feast on livestock animals such as pigs, horses, and cows. The reason is the abundance of these animals. In contrast, other vampire bat species, such as the white-winged vampire bat, seem to prefer birds. Don't worry, if you are bitten by a vampire bat, you won't be turning into a vampire anytime soon. Most of the time, you won't even notice, but also remember that these animals can carry rabies, so get checked out immediately. So friends, keep an eye out during those moonlit walks. If vampire bats cannot find blood within 2 days, they can die. Talk about a serious case of the munchies. Vampire bats are nocturnal and do all of their hunting during the night. Vampire bats have a high metabolism that demands a regular blood fix. If they don't find fresh blood within just 2 days, they could bite the dust. So, they better keep their bat radar on high alert for the next liquid lunch. Sometimes vampire bats that have eaten a lot will spit out any remaining blood just to let others of their kind eat. Now that's sharing. According to social grooming in the common vampire bat, Desmodus rotundus, the blood they collect is often shared with hungry vampire bats, and in return, they expect to be groomed for their services. It is known as social grooming behavior. Vampire bats live in colonies. Vampire bats are quite social creatures. They prefer the company of their fellow bloodsuckers and roost together in colonies. Such roosting sites can have a few hundred bats depending on the location. In vampire bat roosting sites, there usually are a few males, a group of females, and their young. It is said that some female vampire bats will even choose to adopt and take care of the young of another female bat that may have passed away. As they share food and groom each other, vampire bats will protect the well-being of each other throughout their roosts. Imagine a bat party every night. Just make sure to RSVP with a pint of blood for the host. Vampire bats have incredible eyesight. Move over. Bats with glasses. Vampire bats have excellent vision. They can spot their prey with incredible precision, even in the dark. Vampire bats have extremely good eyesight, which they use to see prey from afar. Their eyesight allows them to tell the difference between a variety of optical patterns and long-range distances. A vampire bat is said to be able to see animals up to 500 feet from them in the dark. A vampire bat has much better eyesight than many other types of bats. It's like having night vision goggles fused with bat eyes. No bat signal required. Vampire bats can run. Who needs wings when you have legs? Well, vampire bats do. These amazing creatures can actually run. That's right, they have a unique running gait that helps them scurry on the ground to chase after their prey. Out of over thousands of species of bats, vampire bats are the only ones who can partake in walking, running, and even jumping. Vampire bats have strong hind legs they use to take off after feeding, and even a special thumb. While most bats will stumble when placed on the ground, vampire bats are able to go from walking to galloping within seconds of being placed on the ground. I guess vampires really can have it all. Vampire bats drink half their weight in blood. Last but not least, get ready for a mind-blowing fact. Vampire bats can drink up to half their weight in blood in a single feeding. Yes, it is true. When vampire bats find a host to feed on, they will continue going until they feel very well fed. They can drink so much blood in one sitting that sometimes they will become so heavy, making it incredibly hard for them to fly. When this happens, a vampire bat will then find a place away from his prey, in which he can wait out and digest before he is able to fly again. That's one way to stay hydrated. Vampire bats reproduce very slowly. When it comes to family planning, vampire bats take their time. These creatures reproduce at a slow pace, with females typically giving birth to only one pup per year. In comparison with other bats, vampire bats reproduce extremely slowly as their pregnancies last for about 209 days. Once a female vampire bat is ready to give birth, she will fly to the top of wherever she is residing and begin to hang upside down. The female vampire bat only produces one pup, so she creates a pouch in her wing where she catches the baby vampire bat. It's quality over quantity in the bat world. Well, there you have it, my brave and blood-curious viewer. We've uncovered the dark and mysterious world of vampire bats, and I hope you've enjoyed sinking your teeth into these 10 incredible facts. Remember, the truth about these winged wonders is just as fascinating as the legends that surround them. So, stay thirsty for knowledge, stay batty with curiosity, and until we meet again, keep your eyes on the night sky and your garlic bread close at hand. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to join me on more hair-raising adventures. Stay fearless, stay curious, and remember, never let the vampires, I mean, bats, bite.